Welcome back to my YouTube channel. The goal today is to convince you not to bet on Conor McGregor against Michael Chandler if the fight even ever happens. Chances are you're here because you saw the thumbnail or you saw the video on social and you clicked on it, and you're either going to get triggered because you're a Conor McGregor fan and you want to bet on him, or you're on the fence about betting on Michael Chandler. But with all of that said, my goal is to either stop you from betting on Conor or to get you to bet on Michael Chandler, and I hope to do that by the end of this video. So let's dive right into it. The first thing I want to say, if any other fighter in the world was on a Lamborghini yacht, was drinking beer at bare knuckle fighting and partying, was in Vegas gambling, drinking, doing God knows what else, you would not think twice about fading that fighter. But because his name is Conor McGregor, you will still bet on him. You might have doubts about it, but as that fight gets close, you're going to get excited and you're going to end up betting on him because the name. Now, I will admit, I did not fade Conor McGregor when he fought Cowboy Cerrone because I knew Cowboy was at the end of his career and on his way out. But I made some serious cash betting against Conor, both in the Conor vs. Dustin 2 fight and the Conor vs. Dustin 3 fight. So let's dive into the Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier fight. I want to break down this fight and explain to you guys exactly why I think Michael Chandler is not only going to beat Conor McGregor, but absolutely destroy him. All right, here is the Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler fight. Now, a lot I want to talk about here. In the beginning, Michael Chandler came out with a great game plan here. He just threw non-stop kicks at Dustin Poirier because he knew and understood that you can't just stand there and box with Dustin. And it's the same thing with Conor. You can't just stand there and box with him. Chandler came out super aggressive, but also super calculated. He uses that left hand to kind of find his range and then throw those heavy rights. He uses the level changes, he uses the kicks, and he had a lot of success in that first round. Here we are about halfway through the first round at the 2:45 mark.
Well, Poirier acknowledged the explosion of power all week. He knew he was going to have to take tonight. Both guys having their moments through half a round.
Chandler throws these crazy looping shots though, and that ends up biting him in the ass later in the fight. But see how he uses those level changes and then he connects. He's gonna have to do this type of stuff against Conor as well. He's gonna use the kicks and the level changes. Here, I don't know if I totally agree with this, but he does get the takedown and take that fight to the ground. And he lands some good ground and pound here and some good elbows.
He had Dustin hurt. Looks like he's jumping in here. He's putting him in a crucifix. No, looks like he's going to try to tackle the Kimura.
He goes for the submission attempt here, but Dustin has a very good ground game. Much better than Conor, honestly. So let's go back here.
This is what we expected.
I really want to highlight this part in the beginning. So right here, at about 2 minutes in, Chandler with the forward pressure gets Dustin up against the cage and unloads on him. Dustin has an incredible chin, man, and is well conditioned. I don't see Conor taking this onslaught and surviving. I really don't. I think that Chandler could finish Conor in the first or second round in this fight and end up retiring him pretty badly. Now, the end of the first round is the concerning part. After Chandler had 4 minutes of success, right here at the end, 42 seconds to go in the round. Now Dustin has kind of found his rhythm in this fight, and now he starts unloading on Chandler. But again, Dustin just has the superior conditioning. And there it is. There's the counter striking that Chandler has to be careful about against Conor McGregor. But honestly, I don't think Chandler gets enough credit for. He has gotten better with his defense over time. He's still not great defensively, obviously, and his IQ has gotten better, although he still makes mistakes. Probably got saved by the bell in that first round, if we're being honest. Now here is the impressive part, right? We're gonna fast forward to the start of the second round here.
Chandler
I thought Chandler was absolutely done after that first round. I thought he was going to come out and get finished early in the second. But the dude has worked on his gas tank. Look at this. He comes out in the first 30 seconds of round 2 and takes Dustin Poirier right to the ground. Lands some decent ground and pound here. Of course, Dustin's really good off his back. But I'll tell you what, I've been extremely impressed with Chandler's second wind. Like, I'm telling you, when I watched that fight live, and after the last 45 seconds of round 1, I was like, there's no way Chandler comes out and survives the second round. Because you know Dustin's going to get better as the fight progresses, whereas Conor's more of a fast starter. He's either going to finish you in that first round, or Chandler's, I think, going to wear him down. Now Chandler gets Dustin's back here. And I'm telling you right now, a Chandler submission is not out of the equation at all in this fight. And the odds will probably be pretty good on that too. I mean, he gets a decent choke attempt in here. It's not really under the chin. But the dude is a physical specimen. There's no doubt about it. And here towards the end of the round, the round's going to finish with Chandler on top of Dustin. And honestly, this could be 1-1 or 2-0 depending on how you judge that first round for Chandler. Chandler obviously had a lot of success early in that first round, but Dustin really beat him up the last 45 seconds of round 1. So it's either 1-1 or 2-0. All right, so round 3 starts. This is where we start to see Chandler get a little bit winded. To be clear, I do not see Chandler versus Conor get into that third round.
Chandler getting tired though. He seems a little tired now. He ain't gonna get a takedown unless he can get Poirier going backwards. And Poirier seems to say, I'm not backing up. Oh, he's got the high crotch here. Chandler's got to get a move.
Now this is the problem right here with Michael Chandler. He picks up Dustin Poirier, and he just makes mistakes, critical mistakes that literally change the outcome of the fight. If he secures that takedown and is smart and calculated there, he legitimately is on his way to winning the decision against Dustin Poirier. But he makes that mistake, and now Dustin gets his back. And he puts in the rear naked choke here. It's not even under the neck. Now it is. And Chandler taps. The point is I don't see this fight getting to the third round with Dustin and Conor. You're telling me that Conor, after years off, is going to be able to fight somebody who is as good as Michael Chandler and is as well-conditioned as Michael Chandler and be able to come back and just sleep him. I think these Conor McGregor fans are absolutely delusional. I don't see it happening. Now, the one thing I will say is if there's any way Conor wins this fight, it's going to be in that first round, and it's because Michael Chandler just rushes forward with his boxing attempts. Same concept as when Conor slept Jose Aldo early in that first round. Like, Chandler has to be smart. He has to implement his kicks early and the level changes early. He can't just go in there looking to win a boxing fight with Conor McGregor. So I'm hoping that all of this said today is going to convince you not to bet on Conor McGregor. Like I said, I've made money fading him 2 times in a row. I'm going to be putting a heavy wager on Michael Chandler. I'm really hoping it's around even money here by the time this fight ever, if it even happens. But I really do believe that Michael Chandler should be a significant favorite in this fight, somewhere in the -130 to -150 range. Make sure to like and subscribe on the channel. I'm going to continue to put out these types of videos daily, and I will see you guys next time.